Welcome back, brother. This content is for those genuinely interested in men's rights. It covers complex, controversial topics that may not suit a general audience. If you're not part of the men's rights community, this video isn't for you, so feel free to tune out now. I'm Conrad Riker, a writer and advocate for fairness, dignity, and respect for men. This movement isn't about division, but addressing systemic injustices in divorce, family law, and societal expectations. Inspired by hard-working men unfairly stripped of their rights, I write for balance and justice. Together, we can change the narrative. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this video, as it will help get the word out to those who need it. Thank you. Please relax and enjoy. This is an excerpt from Men Going Their Own Way, Rejecting Feminist Oppression. Men Going Their Own Way, Rejecting Feminist Oppression is an ebook available in all good stores. If you're reading this, chances are you're a man who's had enough. Enough of the lies, the double standards, and the constant attacks on your worth. Maybe you've lost everything in a divorce, been labeled a deadbeat dad despite your best efforts, or felt the sting of being told your masculinity is toxic. Maybe you've watched as the institutions that were supposed to protect you, courts, schools, workplaces, have been hijacked by a gigocratic agenda that treats men as disposable. If any of this resonates with you, then this book is for you. If it doesn't, put it down now. This isn't for the faint of heart, the woke, or those who still believe in the fairy tale of gender equality. Go read something else. You won't like what I have to say. I wrote this book because I've lived it. I've been through the meat grinder of modern marriage, where I lost my home, my savings, and nearly my sanity. I've been shamed for being too aggressive at work and too passive at home, trapped in the feminist double bind that demands men be strong, but punishes them for it. I have seen how schools fail boys, how media vilifies men, and how society rewards women for simply existing, while men are expected to earn every scrap of respect. I have watched as the men's rights movement has grown from a whisper to a roar, and I've seen the power of men who refuse to be silenced. This book is the culmination of my experiences, my research, and my fight to reclaim what it means to be a man in a world that seems hell-bent on destroying us. This book is for the man who's tired of being told he's the problem. It's for the man who's ready to take control of his life, reject the lies of feminism, and embrace his natural role as a leader. It's for the man who knows that gender equality is a myth, that men and women are different, and that those differences are not just okay, they're necessary. It's for the man who's ready to go his own way. Inside, you'll find the truth about modern marriage and why it's a trap for men. You'll learn how to navigate the minefield of toxic masculinity and why you should never apologize for being a man. You'll discover how feminist policies have infiltrated every aspect of society and what you can do to fight back. You'll see the real data behind the wage gap myth and why men are still the backbone of the economy. You'll understand the importance of fatherhood and how to be the dad your kids need. You'll learn why schools are failing boys and how to advocate for change. And you'll see how the media's war on men is designed to keep you down and how to rise above it. This book isn't just about pointing out the problems, it's about solutions. It's about giving you the tools you need to take back your power, reclaim your masculinity, and live life on your own terms. It's about showing you that you're not alone, that there are millions of men just like you who are waking up to the truth and refusing to be silenced. It's about building a future where men are respected, valued, and free to be who they are. So if you're ready to stop being a victim and start being a man, keep reading. If you're ready to reject the lies, take control of your life, and go your own way, this book is your roadmap. But if you're not ready, if you're still clinging to the fantasy of a world where men and women are the same, where masculinity is a disease, and where men should apologize for existing, then do yourself a favor and put this book down. You're not ready for the truth, and the truth doesn't care if you're ready. With the introduction completed, we are jumping to an extract from the book. I remember sitting in a high school guidance counselor's office, listening to her explain why I shouldn't pursue engineering. It's a very competitive field, she said, and we need to make sure girls feel welcome. I was 16, and it was the first time I realized that my ambitions didn't matter as much as someone else's feelings. Fast forward a decade, and I'm not surprised to see that boys are now 30% more likely to drop out of high school and 60% less likely to attend college than girls. The system isn't just failing boys, it's actively working against them. Take the case of a 10-year-old boy I'll call Jake. Jake was labeled disruptive because he couldn't sit still for hours on end. Meanwhile, his female classmates were praised for their good behavior. Sound familiar? It should. Boys are diagnosed with ADHD at nearly 3 times the rate of girls, and many are over-medicated to fit into a system that punishes male traits like energy and competitiveness. Schools have become factories for conformity, and boys are the defective products. The roots of this crisis go back to the 1970s, when education policy shifted to prioritize girls' needs. Title X, while well-intentioned, created a system where boys' struggles were ignored. Today, the majority of special education students are boys, yet schools often fail to provide the support they need. Instead, they're told to man up or dismissed with the lazy excuse that boys will be boys. It's a cop-out, and it's costing an entire generation of men their futures. Look at the media our kids consume. Children's books and TV shows often portray boys as troublemakers and girls as perfect angels. Educational programs focus on empowering girls while ignoring the struggles of boys. The message is clear: boys are the problem, and girls are the solution. This isn't just unfair, it's dangerous. Boys are being taught that their natural instincts are wrong, and the results are devastating. The feminization of education is real. Schools reward passive behavior and punish traits like competitiveness and physicality traits that are essential for male development. Boys are being set up to fail, and the lack of male teachers only makes things worse. Studies show that boys perform better in single-sex classrooms, yet most schools have moved toward co-education. It's a system designed to suppress male potential, and it's working all too well. So what's the solution? Men need to advocate for education reforms that address boys' unique needs. We need to push back against the narrative that boys are inherently flawed and demand a system that values their strengths. It's not about taking away from girls. It's about creating a level playing field where both sexes can thrive. Because right now, boys are being left behind, and it's time we did something about it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest in men going their own way, rejecting feminist oppression, available in all good bookstores. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and God bless.